What's up, everybody? It's your man's KJ the Great dropping another edition of All Sports Media TV. But first, I want to say, I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, let's get to it. All right, you guys. So, there's been some really crazy things shaking up in the sport of boxing here lately. And we're going to get into it. This may be kind of a long video, longer than you're used to out of me. But I'm trying to clarify some things, get some things, understood for you guys. All right, but we're just going to get right into it. So, as you know, the WBC, the World Boxing Council, they recently ordered Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder to face off against Andy the Destroyer Ruiz to determine who would be the #1 challenger for Tyson Fury's WBC Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the world. Now, that fight is in limbo right now, and I'll tell you guys why. So we'll start with Andy Ruiz. It was said that he was leaving TGB and PBC, but he clarified recently that he's still with or under PBC. So he may have one more fight with the PBC. We're not sure. The rumors were speculating that they dropped him from their stable. We don't know. In Al Heyman and all those guys, they haven't come out and just said what it really is right now. Now let's talk about the Bronze Bomber. He stepped away from the negotiation table for a while because he felt like the numbers that was being thrown out for him, and I believe Andy Ruiz as well, were kind of lowball offers for who they are. Two former heavyweight champions squaring off against each other. And, that right there is kind of a big deal within the sport of boxing, as when you think about a lot of fighters getting paid, chump change on the table while the promoters are taking in a lot of money. So, in my opinion, he's well within his right to step back and, go back to the drawing board or renegotiate what's really on the table. He's well within his rights. I mean, the man is 43-2-1, 42 wins by way of knockout. Andy Ruiz, 35, 2 losses, no draws. I mean, how are they not within their rights? So that's one thing that's shaking up right now. We all know, guys, I told you before, going through my little sinus stuff, the weather changing. But we all know that Andy Ruiz, he was recently going to be a part of another order by a different sanctioning body, the IBF, International Boxing Federation. They ordered him to face off against Philippe Hagavit. I believe that's how you say his name. And they gave them, I believe it was 30 days to get a deal done for that fight, which will see the winner of that fight move up the rankings for the IBF heavyweight title. But recently, the IBF, they called it off. They ended all of that real quick once they found out Andy Ruiz's situation. I.e., it seems like it's all about money. With a promotional team, you're not bringing in no money, they're not going to do it. That's probably why I speculate that's probably what went on with that. Now, we do know that one thing is for sure that negotiations are still on the table for is Tyson the Gypsy King Fury and Alexander Usyk. Tyson Fury, 2-time heavyweight champion, former unified heavyweight champion. Alexander Usyk is the current unified heavyweight champion and the former undisputed cruiserweight champion. After Usyk's split decision win over Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury's 10th round stoppage of Derek Chisora, they were supposed to go straight into negotiations to get an undisputed match set up sometime for this year. Tyson Fury did say that that's the fight that he wants. He wouldn't mind that fight happening sometime in June, July, or August. And as of right now, we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know where it's going to happen. He did say that as if that fight does not come to be, that the current WBO interim heavyweight champion, that being Joe Joyce, would be his next choice of a fight. That right there is a great fight, I believe, in its own. We all know Joe Joyce, that guy's like a tank when he moves. He can come through punches like crazy. He can give it out too. So that right there is just kind of a big, everything is in limbo with the titles and the former heavyweight champions. One current regular champion, the WBA regular champion, Daniel Dubois. He's kind of in limbo about where he's going to go because he hasn't had to. In his last 3 fights, he lost to Joe Joyce, then he bounced back, got the WBA regular title, and then in his last one, he was dropped a few times. He just hadn't looked like himself, but we're guessing he's going to bounce back. So yeah, the heavyweight division right now is kind of in limbo with all of the top guys, and we're just waiting to see what's what and who's gonna get their fights done. As of right now, there is a promotional team that is getting a lot of steam right now, and that is Skill Challenge Promotions. The Saudi Arabia team, they do a lot of work with Divison. I know they did the fight with Tommy Fury and Jake Paul this past weekend, and they're looking at getting a lot more fights over there. They're talking about trying to turn Saudi Arabia into the new mecca of boxing, and they're paying the fighters. That's the thing. They're paying the fighters. You look at Jake Paul, he made $25 million off that fight, and he lost. $25 million for an 8-round fight. Not even a title on the line. Tommy Fury made $7 million off that fight. Not even a title on the line. So when you're paying those fighters, they're going to get a lot more fighters to think about going over there. I'll see the interview with Deontay Wilder during that fight, and he was talking about, they're kind of weighing their options and seeing where things are, and if Saudi Arabia is the place that's paying, then they may a lot of fights are going to start going over there, including some of his. Even Tyson Fury said that he wouldn't mind doing the undisputed match in Saudi Arabia. For the simple fact is, they're putting on the biggest shows and they're paying their fighters. So yeah, why not? American promoters, Al Heyman, TGB, all those guys. Steven Espinosa, all you guys, man, they're blocking the biggest fights from happening. When these fighters want more money, they're entitled to more money, and it's not them saying, oh, you're entitled to $100 million. But if there's $10 million on the line and one fighter is making, let's say $5 million, $2 million is going, $2 or $3 million is going to promoters, and then you got other fighter who's only making $2 million. Why is he not entitled to say, hey, shove $1 million this way? I'm putting my life on the line. You're not. So, hey, we already know that Devin the Dream Haney, he said that, he wouldn't mind fighting over there. He's the current lightweight undisputed champion. He went to hostile territories 2 times. One to win and one to defend. He's already said he wouldn't mind going over there facing Lomachenko in Saudi Arabia. But that's left to be said. So let's just hope that, these networks here in America, these promoters here in America, they can get these fights made. There are some good fights that are coming up. I know we do have Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, but we need more of that to go on and to go on more often. That way we can keep the fights here in America. Some can be overseas, but, boxing is here. Traditional. Come on now. Let's do this. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at All Sports Media TV. Follow me on my other Instagram at KJTheGreat09. Like button, share button, subscribe button, bell icon, Say that once more time for you guys. I appreciate all the follows. I appreciate every new subscriber. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.